I'm Leah Ahava and I am autistic. Now, I didn't know I was autistic until I was 29 years old, but I always did know that I was different. It was impossible not to know I was different. My wiring has affected me socially in a lot of ways. For instance, from the time I was in middle school all the way up through college and until I got my current job, I always had at least one bully. A bully-free environment is just one of the things I love about my job, but that's a topic for another day. The social thing I want to talk about today is what I call the novelty effect. Does it have another name I'm unaware of? Probably. But until someone tells me what that name is, I'm calling it the novelty effect. So, what is the novelty effect? Well, it might not come across in a video like this, where I'm a relatively new YouTuber awkwardly reading a script that's just off camera, I am what you might call a zany human. I'm enthusiastic, easily entertained, and animated. You never know whether a joke I'm about to crack is going to be a groaner or clever enough to make the grumpiest cynics laugh. Because they're all fair game to me. While I can't remember people's names for an embarrassingly long time after I meet them, I know obscure facts about random things and I don't forget those. Like, did you know that one accepted term for a collective group of weasels is boogle? Confusion works too, but I like boogle better. And did you know that factoid isn't actually a fun little fact? The suffix oid actually indicates resemblance, not precise alignment. Meteoroid? Space rock, but not a meteor until it hits the atmosphere. Humanoid? Human shape, but not a human unless it's actually Homo sapiens sapiens. Factoid? Interesting tidbit, but not a real fact. See what I mean? Anyway, my personality is one of those that neurotypicals enjoy being around in small doses. I'm the spice of life, but I'm not the main course. An interesting attraction, but people go home from the circus eventually. To most neurotypicals, I'm the zany acquaintance you love to hang out with in the context in which you met me, but not someone you'd invite to hang out outside of that context. That's not a lament, it's just a fact. I see the stadium seating in people's faces. I hear their voices shift to tones usually used on children who are hamming it up. I know in the moment when it's happening, but I don't always know what was the exact thing I did to make it start. It seems like whether I try to mask or not, my weirdness is always sniffed out, and the novelty effect kicks in. I know that many neurodivergent people try harder to mask when neurotypicals call them weird, either with their words or with their behavior. But that's not my reflex. When I see the novelty effect set in and I feel myself being placed into the weirdo role in people's heads, my instinct is the opposite. My head has a combination of two reactions. Reaction 1. Oh no, you got me. It's true. It's all true. I'm weird. And reaction 2. Ah, yes. I see that you've decided that I'm weird. If that is the role that the casting director sees fit to place me in, then this theater kid will provide. You want weird? I'll show you weird. You can imagine that this changes neurotypicals' opinions of me 100% of the time. Yes, every time I run into the novelty effect and I respond by letting my Leia Ahava flag fly, the other person immediately decides that I'm exactly as normal as they are. That's a factoid. But here's the thing. neurotypical social skills and neurodivergent social skills are two different skill sets. I can socialize with a neurotypical group well enough to have a good time in settings with a semblance of structure. People at dances are there to dance and chit-chat in short to medium length conversations on light topics with an ever-changing cast of characters. People in shul are there to, hopefully, daven during services and schmooze at Kiddush. But unstructured parties can be really confusing. Who do I talk to? On what topic? How many puns should I really make? Uh-oh, everything I'm saying is puns now and someone's gonna punch me. Anyway, if you put me in a room full of neurodivergent folks, it's a totally different story. Because we can all be weird together and it's just our flavor of normal. It's normal to info dump about what you're interested in. It's normal to bounce up and down when you're excited. It's normal to be unironically enthusiastic. Is every neurodivergent person a joy to be around? And are neurodivergent groups magical utopias? Of course not. But a group of neurodivergent people, but at least we actually say what we mean instead of trying to impose telepathy on each other. But because of this, myself and many other neurodivergent people find that our friend groups consist largely of other neurodivergent folks. There are, of course, exceptions to every rule. I do have some good neurotypical friends who enjoy my personality, but also take me seriously as a consciously thinking adult. But they're not the majority of my circle. If you're watching this and you're neurotypical, I hope it helps you understand people like me better. I hope you can learn to catch yourself treating people's personalities like stage shows with free tickets and maybe examine that a little bit. But if you're watching this and you're neurodivergent, I hope you find your people, because you have people. There are other humans out there who are just as weird as you are and who are into the same things that you are. There are Homo sapiens sapiens who like hearing others info dump about stuff they don't even know about just for the sake of learning. There are people who never get tired of corny jokes or pictures of dogs or memes about Lord of the Rings or whatever. There are people who stim, and you can find them, and you can be you without being a novelty. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, do all the YouTube things and subscribe if you want to see more. That's what I've got for today. Bye.